One day in the forest by the stream, a little white rabbit, fluffy and adorable, hopped around joyfully, playing as if the entire forest were his playground. Meanwhile, on the other side of the stream, a quiet little turtle walked slowly across an old wooden bridge on his way to visit his family on the other side. Suddenly, the rabbit and the turtle met in the middle of the bridge. But, oh no, the bridge was too narrow, they couldn't pass each other. The rabbit quickly spoke up. "You're too slow." The turtle said nothing, just stood still in silence. A gentle breeze blew past. The bridge began to sway, creaking softly. It was their first meeting, not the smoothest one, but perhaps good stories often begin with misunderstandings. The rabbit spoke quickly, acted quickly. Whatever he thought, he said and did right away. The turtle, on the other hand, thought before speaking, slow but cautious. They began talking in the middle of the wooden bridge, but it quickly turned into a small argument. "You should move aside for me," the rabbit said. "But I was here first," the turtle replied softly. "I'm in a hurry," the rabbit exclaimed. The turtle remained still, afraid that if he moved too much, the bridge might break. So the rabbit decided to jump over the turtle, but oh no! The rabbit's foot landed on a loose plank. The bridge shook violently. The rabbit lost his balance. He was about to fall. But in that split second, the turtle pushed him back with his head and front legs just in time. "Be careful," the turtle said softly. The rabbit panted, then slowly nodded. At that moment, they both realized that even though they were different in important times, they could truly rely on each other. After the near fall from the bridge, both the rabbit and the turtle were exhausted. They sat down to rest on the gently swaying wooden bridge. The sound of the stream flowing below brought a sense of calm. The rabbit was quiet for a moment before speaking. "Thanks for saving me." The turtle nodded slightly, a faint smile on his face. Then they started talking more. The turtle shared stories about his world, a world that moved slowly, but noticed all the beautiful things along the way. The rabbit listened intently. "Sometimes I rush so much that I don't see anything at all," the turtle smiled. "And sometimes I'm so slow that I annoy others." They looked at each other and then laughed together. Soft laughter on the wooden bridge, warmer than ever before. That day, the rabbit and the turtle truly began to understand each other. Because even though they were different, an open heart could always bring people closer. New day began with soft morning sunlight. The rabbit and the turtle decided to cross the bridge together. They walked slowly, side by side. The rabbit tried to slow down. The turtle tried to speed up as much as he could. "If we adjust to each other, we can go further," the rabbit said softly. Along the way, they heard a faint chirping sound. Under the bridge, a little bird was stuck in the branches. It couldn't move its wings and looked frightened. "I'll go down and help it," the rabbit said quickly. "Use my back as a step," the turtle suggested. "I'm strong." Carefully, the rabbit climbed onto the turtle's shell, reaching out with his small hands to pull the branches away. The little bird broke free and soared into the sky. The rabbit and the turtle watched it fly and smiled at each other. They weren't just crossing a bridge, they were crossing their differences, becoming a team, warm and strong. Because sometimes a bridge may sway, but with steady hearts willing to walk together, there's nothing to fear at all. As the sun began to set, the rabbit and the turtle safely reached the other side of the wooden bridge. They turned back to look at the gently swaying bridge. But this time, neither of them felt afraid. "Shall we meet here every day?" the rabbit asked with a smile. The turtle nodded happily. "Tomorrow I'll show you my way of travelling." "That sounds great," the rabbit replied, "and the day after I'll be the guide." They laughed, waving goodbye to each other. The sound of their laughter lingered on the bridge, a bridge that swayed, yet was filled with unwavering trust. Their friendship wasn't built on similarities, but on open hearts, acceptance, and sharing. And this wooden bridge would always remain a bridge of friendship, beautiful forever.
We learn to understand, help and walk together.
One day on a wooden bridge, a bunny hopped with cheer. A turtle walked from the other side, so calm and slow, so near. They met in the middle, nose to nose, with no room to pass by. The bunny sighed, the turtle blinked, the bridge began to sigh. Side by side, step by step, we don't have to race. Different speeds, different ways, we still can share this place. The bridge may sway, the wind may blow, but friends can help us grow. The bunny talked a little fast, the turtle took his time. They almost slipped but held on tight and found a gentle rhyme. They looked around, began to smile, and made a simple plan. Side by side, step by step, we don't have to race. Different speeds, different ways, we still can share this place. The bridge may sway, the wind may blow, but friends can help us grow. Now every day they meet again and walk the bridge once more. Sometimes slow and sometimes quick, but kinder than before. Side by side, step by step, we don't have to race. Side by side, step by step, we don't have to race. Different speeds, different ways, we still can share this place. The bridge may sway, the wind may blow, but friends can help us grow. But friends can help us grow. The bridge may sway, the wind may blow, but friends can help us grow.
In a small pond, there lived a little frog named Toby. But Toby was not just any ordinary frog. He had a big dream. He wanted to sing. He loved listening to the songs of nightingales, sparrows, and even the rustling of leaves in the wind. However, every time he tried to sing, his voice came out raspy and funny, making his friends laugh. Ha 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 ha, how can a frog sing? The other animals giggled. Toby felt sad, but he refused to give up. Toby began his training. He tried humming with leaves, practiced breathing underwater, and even attempted to adjust his tone. But no matter how hard he tried, his voice remained rough and hoarse, until he met a kind nightingale who offered to help him. "Your voice isn't bad, Toby. You just don't know how to use it yet," the nightingale said, teaching him how to sing from his heart. The day of the singing contest arrived. Toby stood on the stage in the middle of the forest, his heart pounding. He opened his mouth to sing, but it came out completely off-key. Laughter echoed around him. Toby felt as if his heart was shattering. Maybe I'm just not meant to be a singer, he thought. But the nightingale whispered, "You need to find your own voice, Toby." Toby sat by the pond, feeling discouraged, but the nightingale comforted him. "Don't try to sound like others. Sing in your own way." Those words made Toby think. He started listening carefully to the sounds of nature, the gentle flow of water, the rustling wind. Then he tried singing again. This time his voice was unique, natural, and beautiful in its own way. The Animal Music Festival was happening again. This time, Toby stepped onto the stage with confidence. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and sang from his heart. His voice, though distinctly frog-like, was now melodious and full of life. This time there was no laughter, only the sound of applause. Toby had finally succeeded. Toby learned that every voice has its own beauty. All we need is the courage to be ourselves.
In a quiet little pond under stars so bright, lived a frog named Toby, dreaming every night. He listened to the wind, the birds up in the tree. "I want to sing a song," he whispered quietly. "Sing your song, little Toby, soft and true and slow. Your voice is made for dreaming. Let the gentle music flow. Don't be scared of laughter. Let your heart take wing. Every voice is special. Every frog can sing." He tried and tried each morning, though his voice was small. The nightingale stood by him, said, "You can sing it all." He sang beside the river, he sang into the sky, until he found the magic that lived inside his cry. Sing your song, little Toby, soft and true and slow. Your voice is made for dreaming. Let the gentle music flow. Don't be scared of laughter. Let your heart take wing. like Toby in the moonlight. Let your heart just sing.
Deep in a green forest, life begins anew. A little sparrow glides through the morning sky. A happy rabbit hops through the meadow. A playful monkey swings between the trees. A gentle elephant walks calmly through the woods. The four meet under a tall, wide tree. They greet each other with warm smiles. Laughter echoes through their growing friendship. They gaze curiously at the towering tree. The sparrow asks, "Who is the oldest?" The elephant remembers the tree already tall. The monkey played on it when it was small. The rabbit saw it sprouting from the ground. But the sparrow says he dropped the seed. All animals are amazed. Then they laugh in harmony. The monkey says, "Then the sparrow is the eldest." The elephant nods with respect. They stand in order of age and bow to each other in honor. The sparrow suggests sharing the fruit together. Everyone agrees with joy. The elephant stands strong beneath the tree. The monkey climbs onto the elephant's back. The rabbit hops up onto the monkey. The sparrow soars to the treetop. He picks the ripe fruit above, then drops it to the rabbit. The rabbit passes it to the monkey. The monkey hands it gently to the elephant. The four animals sit and share fruit beneath the tree. The sparrow speaks about the 5 precepts. The rabbit listens quietly and calmly. The monkey says excitedly, "Let's follow them." The elephant nods with deep understanding. They walk, teaching others in the forest. Deer, boars, and birds gather to listen. The forest becomes calm and harmonious. Young animals play together in peace. All rest peacefully in the forest shade. The king hears of the peaceful forest. He calls a wise hermit to explain. The hermit tells the story of the 4 friends. The king is amazed and deeply touched. He wishes to learn the path of truth. The hermit teaches him the 5 precepts. The king announces change to the kingdom. People begin living with kindness and morals. The land grows rich and peaceful. The king thanks the hermit with respect. Back in the forest, the 4 friends sit in peace. They share their final piece of fruit. The sparrow says, "Friendship is our strength." The monkey smiles, "Respect is our root." The rabbit adds, "Morality lights our way." The elephant says gently, "Together we grow."
Under a tall tree in a forest wide, a sparrow, a rabbit, a monkey, and an elephant met side by side. We are friends, kind every day. We share and help in a joyful way. We may be different, but our hearts align. With harmony we live side by side. We are friends, kind every day. We share and help in
dropped a seed, the monkey climbed. The rabbit watched it grow in time. The elephant stood tall to lift them high. Together they reached the sky. We are friends, kind every day. We share and help in a joyful way. We may be different, but our hearts align. With harmony we live side by side. We are friends, kind every day. We share and help in a joyful way. We may be different, but our hearts align. With harmony we live side by side. When the forest is calm and stars shine bright, the four friends rest in a gentle night. Close your eyes, sweet dreams tonight. Your forest friends are by your side.
Beneath the crystal clear waters, there was a small, vibrant world, teeming with colorful life. A little crab named Crumb lived happily among the beautiful coral reefs. Bubbles floated gently to the surface, and tiny fish swam playfully around. Every day, Crumb loved climbing the corals, searching for food, and dancing with the cool ocean currents. One morning, the ocean currents shifted. Strong winds and waves carried trash from the land into the sea. Cloudy white plastic bags floated like jellyfish. Curious, Crumb cautiously approached. He saw old water bottles, tangled ropes, and plastic wrapping clinging to the coral. The once vibrant world was becoming dim. Crumb felt worried, and so did all his ocean friends. As Crumb tried to scurry away, a scrap of plastic bag wrapped around his claw. Startled, he tried to free himself with his other claw, but the more he pulled, the tighter it became. He spun and struggled, the current pushing him into the corals. Crumb felt tired and scared, his tiny heart pounding, surrounded by swirling debris. In that dark moment, Crumb heard a soft whisper. "Don't be afraid!" Nomi, the brave little clownfish, rushed over with a school of small fish. Nomi bit at the plastic tirelessly, while the others pushed and pulled. At last, the plastic tore apart. Crumb was free. He hugged Nomi and his friends with pure joy. After that day, Crumb, Nomi, and their friends worked together to clean the sea. They created clean corners where sea creatures could rest and taught the young ones about trash. They even floated a message to the surface, written in bubbles, "Protect the ocean." Crumb believed that if humans saw it, they would surely help restore the ocean's beauty.
twirls moving to and fro. Sway left, sway right, sway right. Come and clean the sea, make it shine so bright. Pick up the trash, let's make it right. Throw a bubble high into the sky. Send a little wish floating by. Lonely swims fast with a cheerful face, helping Crumb to clear the ocean space. Brave and bold with fins so bright, together they make the future right. Sway left, sway right, sway right. Come and clean the sea, make it shine so bright. Pick up the trash, let's make it right. Throw a bubble high into the sky. Send a little wish floating by. Even the smallest can change the tide. Little heroes in the ocean wide. Hand in hand, hearts open wide. Together we make the sea our pride.
One morning in the wide forest, little Bearby woke up feeling bored. There was nothing exciting to do. No one was around to play with. He sat under a big tree, watching birds fly and squirrels run. Then an idea popped into his head: if something exciting happens, maybe Mom will pay attention to me. So he shouted loudly, "Mom! Mom! A wolf! A wolf nearby!" Mama Bear, who was cooking in the house, dropped everything and ran outside. But all she saw was Bearby laughing and saying, "Just kidding, Mom." The next morning, Bearby still felt the same. No one to play with, nothing to do. With a cheeky grin, he yelled again, "Mom! The wolf is here! This time it's real!" Mama Bear rushed out faster than before, clearly worried, but what she found was Bearby laughing again behind a bush. Mama Bear frowned, looking disappointed. She said, "Don't lie, dear. One day I won't know if you're telling the truth." But Bearby thought to himself, "Well, she still came, didn't she?" The next day, Bearby was playing with Rabbit and Turtle in a grassy field near the stream, but he still craved attention. He suddenly shouted, "The wolf is coming! We need to run!" Rabbit stopped hopping and asked, "Again? That's not true." Turtle slowly looked up and said, "You lied last time too." His friends walked away, leaving Bearby standing all alone. That evening, Bearby was picking berries alone in the woods. Suddenly, he heard rustling in the bushes. His eyes widened. A real wolf appeared, big, dark, and fierce. Bearby screamed at the top of his lungs, "Help! The wolf is really here!" He ran to call Mama Bear and his friends, but no one came. They all thought it was just another lie. At last, Bearby's cries were loud enough for Mama Bear to hear. She grabbed a stick and ran toward him as fast as she could. When she arrived, the wolf fled into the forest. Bearby ran to her, tears streaming down his face. "I'm sorry, Mama. I won't lie ever again. Mama Bear smiled gently. I forgive you, dear. Just remember, honesty matters most. From that day on, Bearby never told a lie again.
No one to play with, no friends by his side. He had a plan and gave a cry. The wolf is here, we must run and hide. Lie too much and trust will fade. Even when you're scared, helps delay. But when you're honest, kind and true, everyone will trust and care for you. Mama Bear ran with heart so wide, but found her cub just laughing inside. Again and again he told the lie, till no one came when danger was nigh. Lie too much and trust will fade. Even when you're scared, helps delay. But when you're honest, kind and true, everyone will trust and care for you. Lie too much and trust will fade. Even when you're scared, helps delay. But when you're honest, kind and true, everyone will trust and care for you. Mama Bear ran with heart so wide, but found her cub just laughing inside. Again and again he told the lie, till no one came when danger was nigh. Lie too much and trust will fade. He said, I'm sorry, with a heart so true. Mama smiled and forgave him too, hoping he'd grow honest through and through. Lie too much and trust will fade. Even when you're scared, helps delay. But when you're honest, kind and true, everyone will trust and care for you. Lie too much and trust will fade. Even when you're scared, helps delay. When you're honest, kind and true, everyone will trust and care for you. What truth can do, he said, I'm sorry, with a heart so true, oh true, true. Father forgave him too, hoping he'd grow honest through and through.
In a deep, lush jungle, there lived a little lion named Leo. He wasn't like other lions. He was afraid of thunder. His golden fur was soft and fluffy, but every time a storm came, he would run and hide. The loud cracks of thunder made him feel scared, even though everyone told him, "You're a lion, you should be brave." But Leo just couldn't shake his fear. One day the sky started to darken and distant thunder rumbled. Leo walked through the rain, but as he looked up at the sky and saw the clouds roll in, His fear took over. He froze, heart racing, waiting for the storm to come. As Leo stood there in the rain, he heard a familiar sound above him. Pepper, a colorful parrot and Leo's good friend, flew down from a tall branch and landed next to him. "It's okay, Leo. Everyone has something they're afraid of," Pepper said gently. Leo looked up at Pepper, his eyes still full of worry and fear. But Pepper's comforting voice made him feel a little better. "Being afraid isn't wrong, Leo. It's just something we have to face," Pepper added. Leo listened carefully, realizing that fear didn't need to be hidden. He could learn to turn his fear into courage. The jungle grew darker quickly. Lightning flashed as the storm closed in. Tall trees swayed in the strong wind, and animals scrambled for cover. But high up in a tree, 3 baby monkeys were stuck, clinging to the branches. "Help us!" one of the baby monkeys cried. They were terrified as the tree rocked dangerously. Pepper turned to Leo and said, "Leo, they need your help." Leo looked up at the monkeys, his heart heavy, but he knew what he had to do. Despite his fear, Leo knew he had to help. He ran through the rain, his paws slipping in the mud, but he didn't stop. He reached the swaying tree and began to climb, his paws trembling as he pulled himself higher. He reached out to one of the baby monkeys, holding on tightly as the wind howled around them. The storm raged on, but Leo stayed focused, his courage growing stronger with each step. Finally, Leo helped all 3 baby monkeys down to safety. The animals around the jungle watched him with admiration. The storm began to pass. The sky cleared, and sunlight broke through the clouds. "Thank you, Leo," one of the baby monkeys exclaimed, running up to hug him. Pepper perched on Leo's head and smiled. "Look, Leo, now you're truly brave." Leo smiled back, even though he could still hear the faint rumble of thunder in the distance. He realized that bravery wasn't about not being afraid. It was about doing what's right, even when you're scared.
Jungle deep and wide, Leo the lion used to hide. Thunder roared, he'd shake with fear, wishing storms would disappear. But Leo's brave, he's strong and true, faced his fears as lions do. Helped his friends, stood tall and proud. Now he roars his courage loud. Pepper the parrot flew nearby, said it's okay to be shy. Bravery's not fear's absence, it's acting strong when scared as can be. But Leo's brave, he's strong and true, faced his fears as lions do. Helped his friends, stood tall and proud. Now he roars his courage loud. Through the storm he found his way, guided by the light of day. Now he sleeps with dreams so sweet. Heart of courage, steady beat. But Leo's brave, he's strong and true. Faced his fears as lions do. Now he sleeps, the storm has passed, dreaming brave dreams that will last.